Delay.
No, that's okay. We'll get one day of breakfast or lunch or dinner at your home.
Yeah, sure. I can cook and serve.
Yeah, you are a fantastic cook.
Not fantastic. I'm interested.
Yeah.
My ideal thing is nirdosa.
Okay, so we will have that at your home. So many meals in Padmashri's home and 1 or 2 meals in Lata's and one breakfast, lunch or dinner at your. So done.
Yes.
But the only problem is we don't know when.
Yeah, most likely next year probably.
Yeah. So we can accumulate.
Yes.
Okay, so 33rd verse talks about the Lakshana of the Guru. And this is what we need to see in a person, what he has. Something similar what Buddha says. It's exactly matching. He says that how you should find a Guru. Okay, and here Shankara says the same thing. So, Shotriyaha Avrignaha Akama. So first you have to find out whether he is a Kama person or a Kama person. Kama means interested in sensual. So expecting some gifts and expecting some donations, expecting some favors, expecting some food or shelter or clothing or whatever it is, that becomes the Kama. So you should look at if is he a sinless. Avignya, that means there is no vignya. That means a person doesn't bring in vignya to a person who gets associated with him. So that is not there. Hataha yaha brahma vittamaha. That is, he has the full knowledge of attaining supreme. Meaning he has not only himself experienced it, he knows how they can experience. Brahmani uparataha shantaha. He is always in that. Nirindanaha iva analaha. Like fire. This is the example what Buddha exactly gives of a person. He should be like fire without fuel. Can that happen? Fuel is all the defilements what a person has. It's only a light, but there's no need for any kind of fuel. Meaning it doesn't have to be burning. Just like 6 senses has 6 kind of fuels. So the same fire keeps on burning on each one of them. So in the eye, the person has something to see, so there is a burning desire. So we use the word also. I have a burning desire to possess, or burning desire to see, burning desire to hear, like that. So it shouldn't be there. Ahetuka daya sindhu. So he is full of mercy without any cause for its expression. That means say that he should not expect that only these people I will be daya. That means I will have this mercy. Daya Sindhu is river. So it is the person who is flowing with mercy on everyone. Bandhu Anamatam Satam. He is a good friend, noble friend, and this is called as Kalyana Mitra. That person does help without expecting anything in return from whomever he is teaching, and that person is a Guru. So that's the Lakshana of the Guru. Okay. So any questions here or any comments on how and is it valid? Can you do it? Can you find out or whatever? This we have spoken over lot number of times, even when we did that aparoksha anubhuti. There also it was there. So this is what. So if you are searching anyone on the internet also, you should find this. Meaning if you are watching any YouTube channel, but this is especially for you. If you are
This is 33rd. Which shloka is this?
yeah, that is 33rd.
Okay.
You can just open that.
Agreed. Yeah, no, it's there in front of me.
Okay.
I was just listening to you, then.
So when you are watching YouTube channel, you should find out.
Agreed.
Otherwise, you will get caught up in this. So 34 verse talks about the disciple. So tamaradhya gurum bhaktya. Now here what happens is, normally we have not decided on the proper guru. So we keep on changing channels with so many different people. Why you should not follow many people is because the mind gets deflected. So as far as possible, you need to have that bhakti what we spoke about. So if you should have one Krishna or Rama, whomever you want, and one guru. That's all. You are not going shopping for guru. Meaning, I want to listen from this person, I want to listen from that person. He speaks very well, that person speaks that very well. That will not help at all. Because the person, that is the mind, will not surrender itself to the divine. It is seeking. When you are seeking,
What you are telling is, surrender to God is possible only through
Guru.
this kind of guru.
Yes.
This kind of guru.
This
If
kind
guru
of
is having any of this coloring, then it will be filtered there. You will not reach.
Yes.
It is just a theory.
Yes.
So getting that kind of guru will help you to reach to achieve spiritual goal.
Yes.
Yes, but the Shishya, where is that Shishya will have so much of what do you call understanding about filtering guru, and how many gurus, such gurus are there?
Yes. So then what happens?
You have gurus. I think like in our elementary school, I think when those days we had very good teachers. Today we don't have that kind of, because they will have all into instead of teaching, they will be doing all sort of business also. So those days we used to respect them as guru, but they are not the guru, they are teachers. The real guru in our life, if you ask me, if you go around in this, whomever we know, very, very, very tough.
Yeah, so in that case, you have to make Shankar as your guru and leave it and don't have to follow anyone.
Excellent answer. I never expected that you are giving this. I think that gives complete satisfaction.
Yeah. So
And his teaching is there in this book, right?
yes, that's the reason I said Vivekachudamani takes you to complete liberation. Because that is the.
So is it possible that way the guru actually in the physical form he is not there in front of you, but you can accept him as guru and continue sadhana?
Yes, absolutely.
Then you need somebody in between, right?
No, you don't require.
Because
No, you don't require. You just look at Dronacharya and Ekalavya. Dronacharya was never his teacher or guru, but he made the pratima of Dronacharya and he practiced as though Dronacharya is teaching him. So it worked, right?
Okay, I was not aware of that. I was thinking you need to have a guru in front of you and he should teach you. And he himself is already a person of that kind.
Yes, that is correct. So now you are saying that where will I find such a guru? And the guru will say, where will I find such a disciple?
Yeah.
So now neither the disciple is there nor the guru is there.
But the guru will be knowing it about his disciple, like Ramakrishna to Vivekananda. They get some signals.
No, it happened only
But
with
India
Vivekananda.
will not be knowing that.
No. It only happened with Vivekananda. Before that, Ramakrishna had many disciples under him. He found a special thing with Naren, and then he wanted to help him out. So we can't say that then the guru was impartial. Here that shloka where he says that hataha yaha brahma vittamaha and ahetuka daya sindhu. So that person is having ocean or sea of or river of compassion, or river of mercy flowing on everyone, not one individual. Right? In the case of Ramkrishna Paramahamsa and Vivekananda, out of 30 plus people who were there along with Ramakrishna, Naren was special.
Yes.
So now how do you say that from that story? Okay, how do you say that he was impartial?
It is not a partial impartial. It's based on the ability of the Shishya. Guru has given the right kind of assignment.
Right. So that is the right answer. I don't deny that answer. But this word here says that ahetuka daya sindhu. Hetu means cause. It should be no cause. That person is interested in bringing everyone up. That's what it means. So now what you can do is forget all about Ramakrishna or this one, that one, because even they don't exist. So what you can do is you can make Shankaracharya Bhagavat Pada as your guru. But if you make him guru, then you should not follow anyone. No video watching.
I fully agree with you. But video watching and all those things, that is you're creating an environment, right?
No.
See, just follow Shankaracharya, yes, it's the right direction point of view.
Right.
But when you are just following Shankaracharya, the shloka or the meaning given and your practice and all that will have some relevance if you have somebody to help you here. You are helping, right? That makes Shankaracharya's teaching very clear. Otherwise, this is called Guru Parampara. We call na Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. That Guru Parampara is needed.
That is correct. So now let us say you have found a...
See, when you are teaching Shankaracharya, you are in that parampara.
Perfect. Agreed. But
and
then,
you are telling me that you refer to him, this is what it is. Fully agreeable.
but then you should not deflect to another person is what I'm saying. Let's say you go with some other video which talks about Shankara's teaching in a different way. And then another thing in another way. Another thing in another way. So that shouldn't be done.
I was thinking that adds value because your Viveka will become much better now.
No.
The thing is, our understanding level still can be limited. But when you listen to that, I have not seen any difference. All these people talk the same thing because I am finally attracted to that only, that tattva.
That is
naturally, all these people talking, it adds value is my so far experience.
No, that is correct.
I have not seen any conflict anywhere.
Correct. From intellectual standpoint, you will not find conflict, but there will be subtlety there, and that will have its own impression on the mind.
Yeah, that will be there.
So when you try getting into the realization, this becomes an obstacle. And when you have obstacle, you are stuck. that doubt will come whether this is correct or that is correct. So now what are you going to do?
It is better to have doubt at early stage and get the clarification with the people like you, right?
No, that is correct. But then
And getting those doubts later.
No. What we do is we go with the same doubt with many people. Otherwise, there is no point. See, I'll tell you, I'll give a very practical, simple example. Okay. So there is one friend of mine in Sri Lanka. Okay. So 3 years ago, I had been to his home. And then we had lot of discussions. And then I told him that you don't require so much of knowledge to be collected. And he and his wife used to collect knowledge. From morning 4 a.m. onwards, they are listening to discourses, writing it down, noting it down, rehearsing, debating. And I used to watch and I used to tell him that why you require so much. He says that no, you need to know. So even in the car, whenever we went, we discussed, and from the time I came back from Sri Lanka, we've been discussing, and when we went to Bodh Gaya, we discussed. So we've been discussing very recently, that is around I think this year, January or February, he had been to one temple where we had gone earlier, and he met one monk, and that monk asked him some question and he couldn't answer. So he asked him, what is the point in knowing so many things when you can't answer this simple question? And that guy was stumbled. Okay, then he told him, only do this much, it's sufficient for you. And then he messaged me saying that, Vilas, what you were saying was right. Now I have found what I wanted to find. So there is no need to talk to you again on this subject, because now I have understood what I was doing as a mistake. So from February, now we are in June, we have spoken only twice. And that too relating to how is his family doing and how is my family doing. We have not spoken on the Buddha Dharma, how it is, what it is, like what we used to do earlier. That means he found his answer. Right? He didn't go, otherwise he would keep on listening to the discourses like crazy person. Morning around 10 discourses, then he goes to school. He's a school teacher, finishes that, comes home, makes children study, and after in the night, after dinner, another 3 hours on discourses, sleeps by 12 o'clock, again gets up at 4 a.m., again starts listening to discourses of various people. So I have to tell him that why are you doing this? You put yourself with one person, but the mind doubt will not go. So when we listen to many people, even though they speak the same one, but the subtle differences would be there, and those differences becomes the biggest hindrance. So let's say if I am follower of Sri M, I should not listen to Sadguru. If I am a follower of Sadguru, I should not listen to Sri M. If I am follower of somebody, then I should not listen to other people, because it makes no sense actually, because I am not surrendering to the teacher at all.
I got it. That's right. Because that one guru, whatever is done, sufficient. Because so wealth of information is there already.
Yes.
Go deeper and understand and practice.
Yes. So if we are able to do that, then the speed is very fast, because then you can experience. Otherwise, what happens is, it is that person's experience or that person's information, and that looks very attractive, and then we don't know what to do next.
I will practice this. I think it's a very good input for me.
Yeah.
You're rightly sensed.
Yes. So distracting oneself is not an answer.
It's spiritual entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah, I have also been doing this, right? Non-stop. I was reading and watching, and for years together I was doing it.
I think I should close all my books except this only Shankaracharya related and practice it.
Yes. Absolutely. So you should switch
I will
off.
follow. It will save my time also.
Yes, including your RBI Veda Patashala also, you should close one day.
No, there I am what you call You have to do some social service, right? It's easiest for me without spending my time.
No, you'll get to know when you reach to the subtle intellect. You'll get to know that it is an hindrance.
It is not for my knowledge now. Oh, you are talking about Veda Patashala?
Veda Patashala.
Or this Bhagavad Gita now, what is going, it's just started last week.
No, whatever
See, Bhagavad
KBS.
Gita, I am the only coordinator. Okay, Veda Patashala, it gives me, daily chanting
Yes.
Veda. It
Yes.
gives me a lot of health benefits.
No, that is correct, but that becomes an
In terms
hindrance.
of in pranayama and all that happens there.
But that if you follow,
Diversion from the regular work, etc.
correct, if you follow Shankaracharya, you have to drop that.
Okay. Let the time come. I think I will drop it then.
Yeah, because if you have seen
Suddenly, see, if I am every day addicted to some coffee tea, suddenly if I leave it, it is a disaster. So step by step.
yeah, go ahead. But if
What
you-
I'll do, watching other videos, I will stop. Let me watch. If I am watching only the Shankaracharya's authentic, these books and all that, read once, twice, practice, again read. Every time when you read, you get special meaning.
no, what you have to do is, I'll tell you another simple thing. Don't look at the interpretation. Like, in the text, they would have given interpretation. They would have, if you're reading Kannada or in English or whatever language, they would have explained it in English. Or in Kannada, don't read that. Try to read the Sanskrit and give yourself some time by reflecting upon that.
Okay.
See this one, let's take example of 33rd verse. Shrotriyaha avrignyah akamaha hataha yaha brahmavitamaha brahmani uparataha shantaha. Stop there. So how that person is in shanta, that you should see. So you have to now question what makes that person a guru. How do you see shanta? This should be the reflection. So now what happens is that makes you to open Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter, 13th chapter and 14th chapter, 15th chapter, 16th chapter to understand shanta.
Yes.
Otherwise what will happen is you will just read this and they would have indicated in Kannada Shanti Ullavanagiruttane. So that there ends the matter. And then you come to 34th verse.
Correct.
Now Shrotriyaha. So now let's look at that. Shrota is hearing. So can you hear pure Vedanta is the question. Or can you hear interpreted Vedanta? All the YouTube videos are interpreted Vedanta.
Yes.
So now that first verse itself is gone. Shrotriyaha is gone. So you have to take this as an what I can say, each shloka, if you start investigating, it will take you many hours before, and it will automatically arrive in you. It arises in you, and you will get that wow moment. Now I got it. If you just keep on running through the shloka, it will not give anything at all. That is what we need to do. This is for all four of us. But
Correct. I fully agree.
what we do is
Everything is available in these two, what you call a prasthanatraya, right?
yes. So this Vivekachudamani is condensation of all the three.
Yes.
So when I look at Shantaha, how a person can be in Shanti. So Atma Samyama Yoga, 6th chapter talks about Shanti. Okay, very good. And then 12th chapter Bhakti Yoga talks about Shanti. 13th chapter talks about Shanti. 14th chapter talks about Shanti. 15th chapter also talks about Shanti. 18th chapter talks about Shanti. So now I need to find out which of them will correctly resonate in me to find a guru. So you need to look at, if you look at Bhakti Yoga, you should see that that guru who is going to be a guru will have all the 40 qualities.
Yes.
But here it is not there. In this verse, it is not there. Unless you investigate, you will not find it.
That is a true dictionary meaning.
Yes. So now I need to see whether a person has all those 40 qualities. Okay. And if you say Jnana, then I have to see the 13th chapter, 20 qualities. Amanitvam, Adhambitvam, Ahimsa, Kshanti, Arjavam, Acharya Upasanam, Shaucham, Stairyam, Atma Vinigraha. So I need to find that in the Guru. And he says, like fire that is devoid of fuel. The fire exists, but there is no fuel. How that is possible? And that is Jnana. There is fire, but there is no fuel. So now I need to see whether a person has a mana. It should become amanitvam, adhambitvam. Dhamba is not there. Ahimsa, kshanti, arjavam, acharya upasanam. That means how is he doing acharya upasana? What is he talking about Shankara? If he thinks that his teacher is Shankara. Is he blaming him, or is he doing something to him? Is he puffing him that you are the greatest, or whatever it is? That Shankara is not interested in knowing whether it is greatest or whatever. So, and Shaucham, his mind should be pure. Stairyam, so he should be established in himself. Atma Vinigraha, that means his mind is under his control. That means all the 6 senses are with him. Like that. And that is the meaning of the 4th line. Nirindanaha iva analaha. And when these two meet, then the 15th chapter, Ashwatha, is what the Ahetuka Daya Sindhu. When you cut the Samsara Vriksha, you are always in Daya Sindhu. So you should find somebody like that. And that is what Kalyana Mitra here. Bandhunaha anamatam satam. That is, even if somebody try harming you, he would come to harm himself but not allow you to get harmed. That is what the Kalyana Mitra is. You have to really check. Then you have to investigate. So if you're watching a video of somebody, you have to do all of this. Then it makes sense. Okay, so when you do that, you will come to 34th verse. What is your attitude as a disciple? Tamaradhya gurum bhaktya prahavva prashraya sevanaihi prasannam tam anuprapya prichet jnatavyam atmanaha tam aradhya. So now you have to go and do aradhana. Aradhana means devotion or worship. Gurum bhaktya, with bhakti. So now you are trying to inculcate the bhakti of 40, which is indicated in Bhagavad Gita, or what he has indicated here as bhakti in the 31st verse and 32nd verse. Swatma tattva anusandhanam bhaktihi iti apare jaguhu. So you are interested in the Guru because, not because the Guru is a great reformer or a great person or whatever. You are following the Guru because he has done self-inquiry. and you want to do self-inquiry. So that is what bhakti is all about. So when we look at the 12th chapter of Bhakti Yoga, it talks about that only. That Karuna, Maitri, all that, what that verse talks about. So then that person, Shishya, will then go and do humility and with service, surrender, and try to please him with his devotion to that teacher. And he will ask to explain to him what he has known. So this is the 33 and 34. So 1, you find the Guru. 2, you know for what you are going there. If either one has a flaw, you will not surrender and you will not find a Guru. This is the thing. Any questions here on the, especially on these two verses?
I think the qualification of Guru and Shishya and what they are supposed to do is clearly explained.
Yeah. So then what we should do is we should withdraw
We
from...
also say Guru, and getting Guru is also Runanubandha.
No, that is correct. It is Runanubandha. So now it says like this: if you are ready, Guru will appear. Now the question comes, am I ready? So the 32nd verse talks about, are you ready? If you go one shloka behind, 31 and 32, talks about that. So your bhakti should be on moksha karana samagryam. Bhakti eva gariyase swaswarupa anusandhanam bhakti iti abhidiyate. So you are not looking for Guru who will tell you bandhana. He should talk about mukti. Not about God, but how to come out of God. Because you are the God. So he has to show you the God in you, not God in a temple. And that is bhakti. Because ultimately what you are going to experience is swaswarupa anusandhanam. Your own real nature is revealed to you. Like a bright light, and that's all. So there is nothing more to be seen or known. Because now you have known what you are. So if there is a Guru who can teach you this, then you have to make him as a Guru. That's all. And he says in the 32nd verse, 2 lines, Swatma tattva anusandhanam bhaktihi iti apare jaguhu ukta sadhana sampannaha tattva jignasuhu atmanaha upasidat gurum prajnam yasmad bandha vimokshanam. So he is approaching the Guru through whose contact the bandha is removed. So if a Guru makes a Shishya to bandhana, that is, he will say that, look, you need to take care of my mutt and this and that, and you need to promote me and all of that which happens, then that's not a Guru at all. He is a salesman rather than a Guru. Okay, so let's continue on the 35, because if we have understood these 3 shlokas, 32, 33, 34, then the 35 is straightforward. He'll start with prayers to his guru.
See here, in the modern age, guru means those who are very famous, generally good orators.
Correct.
Generally, they come from some organization like maybe Chinmayananda Ashram or Vivekananda Ashram, or self-made people like Art of Living or Guru. We see this kind of categories, or even Sriyam, individual. And all are great people. That means in terms of what you call the knowledge, what they have, maybe great orating skills and all that. In that, people, those who have practicing, that means like Sriyam, he is realized, very well. We don't know about others. We think that they realize the way they talk and all that. For example, they also teach the same thing, Advaitam. Even for example, Sai Baba, Advaitam. That I'm talking to such a Sai Baba. Many people, they follow him.
Correct.
Again, he is individual. So many people go, they surrender and they just follow. But they follow like bhaktas of that guru.
Correct.
Whatever he says, they do theoretically.
Correct.
Practically, they still continue the same our day-to-day rituals, and maybe those people will be doing special bhajan or special those all the kriyas what taught by these people.
Correct.
Then the thing is, if you go to any guru, few things you may like about the guru, few things you may not like because of your own vasana.
Correct.
And if you 100% like it, it is nothing but full surrender to Guru. It's already happened.
Correct. Correct.
Like Mirabai to Krishna, something like that. Fully, 100%. They don't, Shabari and all, they are coming in that category.
Correct.
So, we people here, 100% just follow means you have to definitely leave your job. You have to leave your family also, if possible. Otherwise, you be with the family, but with very limited interaction. During this time, if you are already a family person, family will put pressure on you that you have become a sadhu. Nobody wants their husband or wife or children becoming sadhus because they expect from him. Because it's a family agreement, already signed contract.
Correct.
And you have to come out of this because you already signed. You have to come out of that. So during this janjata of this life, what is available time for you to do practice all this is something limited. I'm talking about full practice, leaving everything. That means like a dhyana. All other time, say your 90% time, you will be in your families only, day to day, your family or your office works.
Correct.
So, when you look at these two shlokas, it says that it gives a feel, it's like our Gurukula system, those. Be there full time. Then only this is possible to achieve. Is it my understanding right?
A portion.
Maybe what you are doing now, you left everything. You are doing only this, nothing else.
Yes. So now what I'm trying to say is that in the current state,
No, my question is this sloka is about that, or this sloka is also applicable to
all
the people who are working with the family and also practicing? Guru Shishya Sambandha I'm talking about here.
Yes, I'm talking about Guru Shishya Sambandha only. See, let's say you believe in Shankara. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Let us say you keep an idol of Shankara. And what you do is you offer yourself to Shankara. Okay. Then you open up Vivekachudamani and you start reading the shloka. So let us say you have come to me for some clarification, you get it clarified, but the practice you are going to do as per what is indicated.
Correct.
So even being a samsari, you can still reach realization.
Okay.
Because you have surrendered to Shankara.
Yes.
You don't have to surrender.
It is not just Shankara, it's a Shankara, that philosophy of Advaita. Shankara is one of the person in that.
No.
Initially it is Adiyogi, after Adiyogi it is Shankara.
No, wait for a second. See, now you have a problem. See, now you require a human kind of a person who can show you the path. Correct? Philosophy is what he has spoken. So see, Shankara has spoken what was available. Meaning, Shankara has
Yes.
given clarity on Upanishad and all that. But if you follow the Upanishad or Bhagavad Gita or whatever it is, then you will not get that guru there. You will get philosophy there. And philosophy cannot help you in realization or liberation. It is philosophy. So you require...
Practice will help, right?
How do you practice a philosophy? It is not possible. So you have
Without
to...
guru.
Then you require a guru who has practiced and shown that how he can understand the philosophy. Correct. Now in the Vedanta front, there is no other guru who can equal Shankara.
Yes.
In any length and breadth you go, you will not find a second to Shankara.
That is right.
Practically who has done it. Otherwise Madhva and Ramanuja pray to God. But there is only one person who stands out, who did not say God will help or this will help. He said you do this and you will find it for yourself. So it is swaprayatna, not by some godly intervention like Sri Hari is going to come and do something for you. So if you are that kind of person who believe that it is through your swayatna only it is going to happen, then
Yes.
you are following Shankara. So your teacher is Shankara. Now the other gurus, like, if you consider me as one of the guru, that guru is giving you some knowledge on how or interpretation on what it is. So can be Sri M giving you that, or Sadguru giving you that, or Sai Baba giving you that, or somebody else giving you that. But having found who is giving is right, you are not following any other except for getting clarity from the person whom you think can provide clarity. See, it's like this. I go to this physics lab. Okay, there is a lecturer of physics, or let us say chemistry lab. So I go to chemistry lab and then I have read what fluid, what should be put in what quantity, what it is and what should happen. And there is a lecturer who is standing there, and then I will ask him, am I putting the right quantity? And I am not expecting the lecturer to do it for me. I am expecting myself to do it, and the lecturer will only watch. But whose philosophy is that? It is the philosophy of chemistry. So I can't directly go to chemistry. I require a lecturer. In this case, the lecturer here is two. One is Shankara. One is a follower of Shankara who calls himself as a guru. So now what you need to do is, you need to approach that guru for clarification, but you have to go to the original guru, which is Shankara. Because Vivek...
Okay. To Pratyaksha Guru, you have to go to that Paroksha Guru.
Yeah, to that Paroksha Guru, because Vivekachudamani is from Shankara. See, everyone is interpreting Vivekachudamani, but they are not telling you how did they achieve it, right?
Yes.
So it's of no use. I might know Sanskrit to such a great extent that I can give the various internal meaning of that language. That is of no use. What should be known? How did you implement this in your life, and what did you find?
Yes.
So that person you should go and approach, so that then you can verify with yourself with the scripture, that is Vivekachudamani. So I keep an idol of Shankara and I make him as my ultimate guru. And then what I do is, for transactional purposes, I'll find one guru who can give me clarity on the shloka. I'm not interested in anything at all. And then I will ask him, how did you find it? So he says, look, I found it through this way. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Now I will sit and do it. That's how I need to do. So then you can be a samsari without any problem, because you are not causing any problem of going anywhere or settling down with anyone, because you already surrendered to Shankara. So you don't have to find alternative schools or alternative teachers and all that.
Yeah. I think clear. This is clear. I think thank you so much. The concept you have made it very clear.
Yeah.
Yes, people like me are wasting time in listening to interesting things, but from different people. It is only same information in a different taste. That's it.
Yeah, it will be same wine in different bottle. And the bottle looks very attractive. So I'm not saying that we should not listen, but
Luckily, I'm not attracted to their ashrams.
yes,
Both Sri and I wanted to go. Somehow, this made me to. That I'm fine with whatever.
yeah,
Had I gone there, I would have been maybe bhakta of those people. Because the bhakta of those people is not important. No, that is not the right way.
yes,
The bhakta of the real bhakti should be the right. That fully convincing.
yes. So I'm going to, let us say, Sri Ravi Shankar or to Sri M or to Sadguru or to Nityananda or to
Even Sringeri Math also, I have the same distance.
yes,
But listening, yes, then close it. Sai Baba and all those.
yes.
people.
So I can go to anyone for clarification.
Yes.
I can ask, look, this shloka says
I
like,
think now it is different. Now it is sufficient, as you said. How much clarification needed? I think we got the same thing again and again.
yes,
Anything, and I read open books, anything Advaitam, you have these articles coming in newspaper, everywhere it is same message. It's in the base message only. This is for the common public, not for the
Exactly.
real spiritual seekers.
exactly. So it is a spiritual entertainment more than anything else.
Yeah.
So that Astha channel and this channel, that channel, that is the same thing, right? So now you have one person coming and talking about one particular topic, and that is good. But if you look at the peace, Shanti, you should see how he has implemented in his life, and that is what.
See, one more question. See, for more than 2 years, I was with the Paramarthananda Swamiji.
Okay.
That Bhagavad Gita. 1 year continuous, more than 1.5 years. Even Maunish also did the same thing.
Okay.
And many people like that after me. So what I found, lot of understanding, intellectual as well as some practice oriented, it is gone inside. So on that, when we heard about Tattvabodha, and then you were teaching on Bhagavad Gita, and now you are teaching on Vivekachudamani. I think Vivekachudamani so far nobody taught. So when I see all that, 2 times Bhagavad Gita I've gone through with the 2 people. One is you, one is that Paramarthananda. Paramarthananda was every shloka for 1 hour, gone deeper, all shlokas throughout, and summary. So that on that understanding, probably I think there was a need of another guru to give me clarification. That's the reason you have entered right in this. For me, if I see my own Rananvanda. So when you have entered, I have more clarity now. Now there is no need to go back and go to the same guru and ask what it is, because clarity is already there. Then I have to progress myself by practicing. Then
Correct.
if I have doubts only, I should come to you or whomever it is, guru.
Correct.
But such doubts may not be there. Once you practice, my understanding the doubt will solve on its own, right?
Yes, with this knowledge, the doubts will get clarified. See, it is simple. So the rule of thumb is remove the Jagat, and you are left with only Jivi and Ishvara to deal with. So if you make world Shunya totally, then you have only Jivi and Jagat to deal with. Jivi is you, and Jagat, the Ishvara is the one which is there everywhere. So what you are trying to find out is, where is this Ishvara?
1 minute. You just now said worldly shunya, right?
Yes. World is Shunya only, right?
No. That is a very meaningful word. So far, I was thinking end goal of this Shankaracharya is Purnatva and Buddha is Shunya. But actually, no. Purnatva is the Purnatva. Only Buddha said it is worldly Shunya, not the other side. Other side is Purnatva still. as per
Yes.
Buddha teaching also, right?
Yes, so that day when we were discussing where Padma Shri was adding also is that the Vedanta talks from Sat and Buddha talks from Asat. So if you're talking Asat, then it should be Shunya. If it is
Super.
if it is Sat, then it is Purna. So actually when you sleep, the world is Shunya. There is no world.
Yeah, correct. No, understood. You have to
And
disconnect
that
from
exercise which you gave also, Vilas, that exercise which we did, you sit in one place. Is there anybody in the other room? Is there? If you start going deeper into that, that means anywhere else is asatya.
Yes.
Where that moment, that place where you are sitting, and that moment which is the only truth that you know, you
Yes.
discard all the other truths.
Yes.
Today only I got it this point.
No
So far I
problem.
was just listening. Today I have understood what
That's
it
also
is.
something which we always discuss. I was telling you about the other thing also, the relationship. Because we have a relationship with some things, we feel that those are all truth. But whatever we don't have relationship with, we don't even remember. As I said, when we go on the road, we remember only few things. We don't even connect with you. More than 90% of the things there.
Yes. Absolutely. Only what you are introduced to, you are remembering it. What you don't,
Yes.
what you have not been introduced, you don't even care.
Meaning even deeper, if you go where we start to have a bondage, we remember. If you
Yes.
don't have a bondage, you don't remember.
Correct. So easy way to do Bhat is to make one Shunya and one Purnatva. So Ishvara is Purnatva, Jagat is Shunya. Simple.
Yes.
And you are the Jivi.
Mithya is equal to Shunya.
It is Shunya. See, because it is Mithya, it is Shunya.
Yes.
See, if it was Satya, then why it should become Shunya? So, the only thing you need to deal is Jivi. Because now you know Jagat is transitory, it doesn't exist. So, Jagat is gone, Shunya. Ishvara exists, Sat is there, yes, it is there. But it is between the Jagat and Ishvara is you, the experiencer, which is Jivi. Now, what does Jivi include? The body, the mind, and impressions. Now, what do you need to do? Just look at what is body. It's coming from food. It has a name. The food body is named. Then who are you? You are Ishvara. So, Jivi is gone. Jagat is gone, leaving outside only Ishvara. So Brahman Satya, Jagat Mithya. So the
Jivi, Ishvara.
so the theorem is proved, no? Even if you
Yes.
forget the intellectual, you can really practice like what Padma Shri just now said. You sit in a place and you stop imagining that this vegetable vendor is coming and he's selling mango, or you have a wife, or you have a daughter, you have to all that is Jagat. They are named realities, they are not realities. All that you will find is a Jivi. You will not find a Jagat at all. You see, if you come out and see the vegetable vendor, what do you really find? You will find Jivi holding a cart. You are naming him as a vegetable vendor, but the person really who is standing in front of you is not a vegetable vendor. He is a Jivi. He has the same body as you. He has a name like you. But just because he is holding a vegetable cart, you call him as a vegetable vendor. Simple. So that is Jagat.
And that vegetable cart is known to us because
You have been told.
that is a
You've been told. Otherwise, you don't even know what it is.
So the Jagat is completely created in the mind.
Yes.
The moment you don't cut that link with the mind, the Jagat is Mithya.
That is what Shunya is all about. So Jagat is Shunya, without any existence by itself. Without Jivi, there can't be any Jagat. You are bringing it into existence through your mind. And when you remove that, the Jivi goes away. Because the life force is part of Ishvara. It is not life force is not part of Jivi by itself. So now the Jivi is gone. And when Jivi in Jagat is gone, what left over is Ishvara, which is Brahman. So now you are in Brahman. Finished. So that is what is the 33rd and 34th verse is all about. One who can make you experience, that is Guru, and one who is ready for experiencing is Shishya.
All of us should finish shopping and start cooking and eating what we have shopped.
Yeah. The sooner you do it, the better it is. You have bought more vegetables than what is required.
Today's class has given more vairagya.
Good for you. So stop getting involved in many things, but that will not help you at all. It will not make you shunya. It will make you filled up on Jagat. So you will make it like what Madhvacharya says, Brahman Satya, Jagat Satya. So you are following Shankara, but you are really a Dvaita. You are not an Advaita.
Practicing.
Yeah, you are practicing Dvaita.
Yes.
But you think you are an Advaita. No, it is not. So you need to correct there. The more you get involved in the world, the more Jagat is created for you.
Yes, Vilas, that's right.
Okay, so 9:28. 2 minutes. Tomorrow we can continue.
It gives a feel that only you are teaching me, others too. I don't know if they are getting benefit or not from.
No, I don't know. Padma Shri.
No, we are getting benefit, but
No,
for sure, I think Vilas has already recognized the difference between what it was and what it is. I'm sure. Right, Vilas? Because
Yes.
now I'm thinking not know whether it is. I don't even want to make an IF out whether it which depends.
Yeah, you have changed.
Now I'm understanding.
Yeah, you have changed your view. Earlier, you had to be prompted with bhakti and then you used to speak. Now you speak. That is a good thing. And Lata, anyway, she has experienced, so she is thinking of remaining silent. Maybe she can add some words.
So what should I add, Vilas? So I can only say that as a teacher or as a guru, you have made me experience Brahman at least once. So you have put me on the path. That's all I can say. So now it's my effort which has to be done. So you have shown me the way. That much I can say.
Yeah, so I'm trying to help out, but Padma Shri picked it up, so I don't have much of effort to be put on Padma Shri. So my...
Yeah, now Padma Shri just has to experiment and experience.
Yes.
And then I think she's on her own then.
Yeah, she's on her own. Only my interest now is on Bhatt.
So now you know why Vilas is teaching you, but we are just watching in the sideline. It's not that we have, I have, or Padma Shri has reached the end goal or whatever. We just started seeing some glimpses or started believing, or the doubts have been removed, I can say. That's the first thing.
Yes.
See, that day...
So the doubts are removed.
Doubts, the seeds of doubts which were there have been removed. Not only the doubts, the seeds of doubts. Because it looks as if sometimes the doubts are removed, but then you again think the seed is, because the seed is there, you still get some doubt. So the seeds of doubts have been removed is what I feel from me, at least. That is where I feel it's not different now.
Yeah, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Correct. So that's the main job of a guru. Remove the doubts and then put you on the path. And if you are able to, with whatever Vilas has told, that practice only I have, at least I got a glimpse. So now for sure I know there is something like that and I can walk there. So that's what a guru has to do. And then his job is done, and then later on, now I want to see how to make it reality all the time, and that's the reason I was feeling that I did not know how to go, where to go. So that's why again I was just discussing. I think we had many discussions with Vilas. So he said that now further he can help me if I come to Buddhist teachings. So I started going there. So that immediately started giving me clarity, more clarity. So now again I need to continue in the path. It is not that it is done. So there is still a long way to go. But at least there is a path, and there is no doubt in the mind that there is something like that, and you can reach it.
Yeah, so that day Padmasri got it, so I didn't wanted to. I asked her, "Do you now know what is peace?" And she said yes. So I didn't wanted to question back that what is peace, because I knew that she is understood. But in your case, but you are searching. So I want to stop you to search. The more you take searchlight and search, it means that you have not found it. And
Yes, correct.
so my interest now is to have all the four of us in the same level. Then we are walking together.
Yeah. So I'm also waiting for Bhatt to join board, so that again we can go deeper.
Yeah. So I took this Vivekachudamani for that purpose, to give you clarity on what you should do and what you should not do. If you are shopping many gurus, it's a disaster, because you will get entangled with that. So you empty yourself of Jagat. All the gurus are Jagat.
Yeah, that's right. No, Nirvana Shatakam, it is there.
Yes.
It's no guru, no shishya, nobody.
Nobody. Yes, absolutely. So you are creating Jagat unnecessarily.
The guru is nobody else other than that Brahman. So
Yes.
which is getting expressed to different bodies. That's it. So
Correct.
you need to have a view of guru like that.
See, I'll tell you one other thing, but for you, especially for you, you are following Shatabdani Ganesh. I have nothing against him. He is very good. He speaks very well. But and his video,
No, I'm listening to some 5-6 people.
I got it.
Topics,
I got it. I got it. Now what I'm telling you is now.
Now Raghuvamsha is with the Shatabd.
Correct. So now what happens is your mind gets dragged into that. It creates stories on that. So instead of giving up Jagat, you are always with Jagat. So which becomes Satya. So when Jagat becomes Satya, Brahman is always Satya. It is nothing like Brahman is not Satya. So Asat is becoming Sat. And Sat anyway remains a Sat. So you have now two Sat. One is Jagat and one is Brahman. So you will become a Madhvacharya follower in the end. And you require Sri Hari to remove that. You have to contemplate on that, but either you have to leave Shankara or you have to leave Madhva.
No, Shankara is 100% sure. But getting the knowledge about this, our scriptures, various things what we have in India.
Now, why do you want
Like
it?
what you're talking about Ayurveda, for example. Recently, I started developing Charaka also. On Charaka, I wanted to do understanding of that.
No, why do you want it? My question is, why do you want it?
Nirvana Shataka is also say na Veda, na what's it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Puja, whatever.
See, but Shankara says na Veda.
Now I am convinced that it is whatever scriptures and books you read in any number of times or here in a time, you will not get that knowledge. Whatever you are looking for.
That is right.
I am convinced 100% that you will not get it.
Namantrona kamna vedana yajnaha.
Correct.
So why do you want it?
Exactly.
My question is, why do you want it? Why do you want to know about Charaka? What are you going to do?
I don't know. That is the problem. I don't know why I want it.
because you are shopping.
It is not for spiritual seeking. See, the thing is, what I was respecting that there are so many great people of India, which we did not get any opportunity to study during our college days or high school days, except a small Sanskrit, some 1 hour topic for some 4-5 years. So I was thinking that let me understand, like now we have done so much of investment our time on understanding what is the rolling mill, similarly what is science and so many things, but we have not done any understanding of that. So from that angle, I am trying to do that, not from the spiritual point of view.
I got it. See, now that is
That is also not required. I have to drop. There is no other way.
Correct. No, that depends on your priority. But if your priority is to get liberation, then only that one.
Yes, the priority, there's no doubt in that.
If that's not the priority, then fine. You can also, maybe the priority is learning many things which you have not learned before. So then you have to go that way.
See, but it is like this. All that we study is Jagat.
Yeah, it's all Jagat. That's right.
See, India.
We have learned that tree, right, in Ashwatha.
Yes.
In Bhagavad Gita. All the leaves. This one charaka, maybe also one leaf, knowledge.
Yes. So Krishna is saying, cut that tree itself. Forget about the leaf. Now you are saying India has such a rich heritage of all these things I need to know. That means you want the leaf.
I have understood. There is no point.
Yeah, so you have to cut the
I have understood.
you have to cut the samsara vriksha, which means
No point. You know how much time I invest every day, 2 hours.
that 2 hours you can meditate.
Yeah, I think in the initially when you start the journey, that's all good because your mind is in different in the spiritual those kind of things and not in the worldly the other kind of things. So that in the initial stages it is good actually because your mind will be in those topics. So you get training the mind to get interested in that. So initial stages it is fine, but then once you have crossed some stage, then that doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Yeah. See, wherever I see now, I get only somebody's memory coming to me.
Yeah. And same thing, I was also thinking about what you were mentioning about you kept a separate room for meditation and all that. So what Shivananda was telling, yeah, that is needed when you start the meditation because your mind will not listen to you when you want to sit. So if you make a separate room and don't allow anybody to enter that and keep it in that way and you only meditate over there, as soon as you go and sit in that room, your mind automatically goes into that meditative state because that energy is created there. So, but once you are accomplished, then you don't need that room. You can do anywhere. So initially you need all that. So, but the problem is we are not moving away from the initial state. We stay there only.
Yes, we get attached to that.
This is called a ritual. Doing the same thing again and again with no benefit.
Yeah.
And then mind, what happens, when you start doing the meditation, the mind becomes this kind of repetitive. So it becomes routine. So you wouldn't be having that same, kind of interest and the awareness that we did it the very first time. So these all will creep up when you try to do this in a very serious way.
Yeah, I think I will drop and see how it goes for 1 week. I will get a lot of free time.
Yeah. The first thing you have to do is to drop the distraction. So all the videos are distraction, no matter how good it looks.
Social media is distraction, including those videos. Yes.
Yes. So the thing is that when the mind gets hooked onto it, it doesn't allow itself to get released. It gets addicted to that person. So you are going away from Shankara and you are making Jagat a reality. So you are saying Jagat Satya, Brahman Satya.
Yes.
And you will
I remember, so some time back, so much of Sadhguru I was watching. The full Sadhguru for months together. I was so obsessed with watching his videos. And there were so many, you cannot finish watching. So I used to get so much addicted to it.
Yeah, it is not good. You have to
Yeah.
use it like a tool. So you have a question, you find out your answer and leave it. Close. Your main guru is Shankar. Simple. Nobody else. So you can't.
Had we followed that, by this time we would have reached somewhere.
Yes. That is correct. See, just because they are wearing Shankaracharya t-shirt, that doesn't mean that they are doing it. So you have to be carefully walking on that, getting clarity and doing it all by yourself, because you have scripture. And Vivekachudamani is the best scripture you can have.
That's the scripture, yes.
So why do you again go in search of scripture, finding out this, finding out that? Let me understand. Raghu Amsha, what is that going to do for you? But it will make you addicted to it, that's all.
Meghaduta, Raghuamsha and all, some Mahakavyas created
Yes, I know.
just to give a feel of Rama's end to end. Rama means his complete.
Got it. But that doesn't make you a Rama yourself, right?
No, it is a story. It goes like a story.
I know that. I've heard about it. But what I'm saying is that doesn't make you a Rama. You will become a devotee of Rama, but that doesn't make you a Rama. You will have high respect for Rama, but that doesn't help you from not dying. So, Vivekachudamani is the only thing that will eliminate the need of rebirth. So, you have to follow only that.
Yeah. We should not come back to this kind of life again.
Yes, with
It's very clear.
Yeah.
Every day, it is creating new world of problems only, because samsara is growing,
yes, samsara is growing. So, as
memory is growing, experience is growing. All this is Jagat.
yes, so ultimately you see, but what is going to happen in your life? Your daughter will get married, she will have some kids, and then you will either settle down in America, or you will stay here, or you'll do 6 months there, 6 months here, or whatever it is, you and your wife going up and down, or you'll settle down there. That's the only thing that is going to happen. And the second daughter is also there in US, and she will also get married, and then she will have her kids. So you will have 4 kids to take care, or you have 2 kids to take care, and that's all. And there ends the matter. That is all what's going to happen next.
Dealing with the more and more chittas.
Yes. So now from India, you are in America. So you're going around with that car, or you are also taking the baby day out, and this one, that one, and they start growing, and then you are the grandfather, and you have this grandmother, and you enjoy the life with your kids, and then you have to make your home next to their home. This one way, or another way is you settle down in your hometown and go and visit as many number of times as you want and come back. That's all is going to happen. So if you take your life, it becomes monotonous from now on. Only the current problem might be that your first daughter has to get married, and you have to find a son-in-law and all that. Once that is settled, there is finished, and then the second daughter, you have to get her married, and there ends the matter. And then that is their life. So
Yeah, Daivan Grahena, all that will happen. I don't have to put so much effort. Is my
yes, and then on that day, when you really sit back and see, when they are settled themselves, what did you do? You have done nothing. They have automatically got married, and they have made their own kids. You didn't do anything about it.
Yeah,
It's the expansion of the world.
the same feeling again when I look at my parents.
Yes.
Right? So when I go and see that they are old, they also have illnesses, then I was wondering what did they achieve. So I asked them also, you wasted your lives on us.
Yes, absolutely.
Thinking about us and so on. And yeah, that's true. So the same thing. So if you really reflect deeply, you will know that you are also doing the same thing.
We all are doing the same thing in different age groups.
Yeah. In different groups. So I was looking at them when my father is 80 years old and my mother is 77 years old. And I asked my mother, don't you feel that you wasted your life? And, yeah. But no, she didn't answer anything. But that's what I feel. There's a human birth which you have got, and just in that rush to live, then my father was working, my mother was also, she was not going for work, but in the house a lot of work was there. So the full time is utilized for surviving, actually.
Yeah.
That is called prarabdha, right?
Then it ended. That it is like kind of meaningless. So even if I look at my life also, it's like that only. So, but at least you can do make some changes at least. Hopefully.
We are always thinking quality of life. Actually, that is not quality.
So,
Quality.
Correct. And actually, there was one sentence you told in one of those Buddha videos, Vilas. A moment, what you are doing in current moment, or what your thought is in the current moment, determines the next moment.
Correct.
So that is so profound a statement, actually, when you look at it, right? So, and we don't realize it, right? So this moment keeps going on so fast, and you won't even recognize that. And that moment could be your last breath, also.
Yes.
So
that's correct.
if you really reflect on it, and you would be, I don't know, it would be really.
Yeah. If you really reflect upon that, you'll get scared, basically, of wasting time.
Yes, that's true.
And we are.
So that's a very profound statement. I don't know in which video you are telling, but that stuck in my head.
No, that is with relation to the senses, because eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, they keep on moving to the next, like that. It keeps on moving. So what thought you get at this moment determines what it would be the next moment, so the next moment, and the next moment, like that. So we are doing a momentary transition into next life. That means we are creating.
Right.
So we are
Correct.
we are going to create our own destiny by what we are thinking.
Yes, in every moment.
In every moment, yes.
And that's where you have this, you bring this awareness. So you are always aware of what. So if you are always observing, and then you would know what to think and what to do.
Correct.
In every moment.
Yes. And then you are stopping that. You are stopping the mind going, and what is that? It will then get entangled into another life of the same kind or a different kind. So you are stopping that from happening. So you will come to know which loka you are going right now itself. You don't have to die to.
That's right. Correct. So that's why I'm reflecting on it. So actually, you know, that's how you people, the yogis, know where they are going to go.
Yes, because
Or when they are going to die.
Yes, it is not a big thing. You will come to know.
Yeah, correct. So I think you keep reflecting on it, then you will get to know. Yes. So I feel all those secrets are getting, the mysterious or the mystics are getting revealed slowly.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I get.
Good. Okay, it's 9:51.
Yes.
Okay, we will end for today and take on the 35th one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Vilas.
you.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Snana kaklama.